Thanks to Bear Mattress for sponsoring. They have a lot of great end-of-year sales going on, so head to bearmattress.com/5 points for more details. This is a college football. This is a Canadian Football League football. And this is an NFL football. They are all relatively the same length, circumference, and weight, and they should all be inflated to the same PSI. Tom, as you can see, one of these is not like the others. And the NFL ball is also carrying a big secret. So why is this? And what's the secret? Look, if you're too lazy to watch an 8.5-minute video about something you could quickly Google, skip to 4:36. But let's make this interesting. Why doesn't the NFL ball have stripes? And bonus, what secret is the NFL football hiding? And that's coming up right after this. It's gift giving season, and there is one big gift you can give yourself. That's the gift of a good night's sleep. Bear is a premium mattress designed to upgrade your sleep, improve your lifestyle and overall quality of life, and it's conveniently shipped to your door for free. What you do first is take the Bear Sleep Quiz. My results, I'm a side sleeper, so they put me in a Bear original king-size foam mattress. It was so easy to set up. I've had it for 3 months now, and I love sleeping on it. I wake up refreshed and ready to crush the day. It's like a gift that keeps on giving. With Bear sleep recovery technology, Celliant-powered fabric helps me stay cool throughout the night. Yup, I let the dog on here, and it's good to know. Unlike other brands, Bear mattresses also do not contain fiberglass, which can be detrimental to you or your dog's health. Hey, they let you try it for 120 nights so you can make sure you love it. They offer a lifetime warranty and financing options with flexible payment plans. I love my Bear mattress, and I think you would too. If you're looking to upgrade your sleep, head to bearmattress.com/5 points to get 35% off a Bear mattress for a limited time during their extended Cyber Week sale. Again, that's bearmattress.com/5 points to claim your 35% off. A quick history of footballs. You might have heard the term the old pigskin and then made a giant logical leap that would cause you to assume that a football was made out of a fucking pig. Well, then that would make you an idiot.
Don't shoot me, you idiot!
The term loosely comes from back in the day when soccer was played with an inflated pig's bladder. And then by the 19th century, the airtight former porcine piss bags were modified for use as rugby balls. But here's the thing, they were never used for American football. So just like the misnomer of football, the football isn't a pigskin.
Football, sir?
Yes. It's a sport where you throw a ball with your hands.
By the time the real football was invented, they had moved on to more sophisticated things like rubber and dead cows. Not dead pigs, ew. But how did the football come about? The very first football game was played in 1869 between Rutgers and Princeton, and those supposedly smart people used a round ball back then. The game also looked nothing like football, as both sides kicked and only kicked the ball towards marked end zones. It probably sucked. Then in 1874, the ball took a little help from Canada when Harvard played McGill. They used a rugby ball, which is more oblong than a soccer ball. And of course, like everything, the Americans stole that version of football and made it better.
So in football, there is no kicking?
There's a little kicking.
The Canadian version looked a lot like rugby fucked soccer, and then the Americans took that and made it look like rugby fucked all-out war. Because the game was too violent, the forward pass was invented in 1906, and thus the football began to change shape. It became longer and pointier to accommodate the more aerodynamic nature of throwing. And that's why a football became less foot and more ball. By the 1930s, the ball's dimensions had become standardized because that's the only thing Americans do well, is allow you to have whatever type of thing you want as long as it's the same as everyone else. Footballs are now about 11 inches long, 28 inches around lengthwise, and 21 inches circular. And thus, the weirdest looking sports toy shape was formed as a function of utility. It's a dart that's a ball. It makes for wild bounces and interesting kicks. It can be tucked in and held, but also thrown like a weapon. It's fucking wild. But none of this explains the stripes, nor the secret that's inside of it. Foreshadowing. So why the stripes? The answer is actually simple and makes a lot of sense. The stripes are there so that you can see it better. At the high school level, it makes sense because the lights are typically really bad at those low levels, unless you're in like a rich suburb of Dallas. The reasoning is the same at the collegiate level and the CFL. However, nowadays the visibility logic doesn't really hold up. In both the high levels of college and the Canadian Football League, the lights are usually as nice as an NFL stadium. I mean, if you're making nil money or stacking those loonies, you better be able to see the dang ball at night. In the CFL, they must really care about the stripes, eh? Because they go all around the ball, forming two perfect circles like Sydney Sweeney's sweet, sweet bosom. So we're just gonna act like I just said that? So why are there no stripes on the NFL ball? Well, it's simply to differentiate it from all the other leagues. The first balls were used back in 1920 when the NFL was founded and didn't have those stripes for those weak eyes out there. So forever in history, the NFL shall not have stripes. Though they did use them on the ball in Super Bowl VIII, but then they said that's weak and stopped. The official NFL ball has been made by Wilson in Ohio since 1941, and the lack of stripes also signals, hey, you're at the top level of football and concussions. And honestly, the ball just looks cooler when it's flying in the air. NFL QBs still throw ducks because Zach Wilson is still in the league, but when a college player or CFL player does it, the stripes make any wobbling much more noticeable. Those NFL spirals just hit different. So now that you know the reason for the lack of stripes, what secret is the NFL ball carrying? According to an article by Huddle Up, there's actually a microchip in it. Yes, since 2018, a company called Zebra Technologies has put chips in the ball to track both it and player movements. Chips have been placed in players' shoulder pads since 2015. They also put mics in them so you can hear those bone-crushing hits. But back to the ball. The RFID chip weighs about 3.3 grams, about the size of a bump. You know what I mean by that. And its weight doesn't affect the ball at all. The chip is used for a variety of things to track ball rotation, distance, location, and make it swerve at the last minute and cause it to hit uprights and prevent Mitch Trubisky from winning a playoff game. It can even tell the ball's positioning within 6 inches of where it is on the field. All this data is used to create those cool play diagrams and next-gen stats, all in real time and for nerds just like me. I love it. Now, what's really interesting is you cannot buy an actual game-used NFL football. The technology is proprietary, and Goodell and his goons do not want you ripping open an NFL football and stealing that mind control software that's in there. How else would you explain Daniel Jones' decision-making in the pocket? So what's next for stripeless NFL balls? More technology could be added to it. Having just one chip only tells you the location of that chip. It could be possible to place smaller ones at each point of the ball and get a truly accurate spot, which would be handy when it's at the bottom of the pile or some idiot ref spotted it short of the line to gain when clearly the guy made it, eliminating the need for an index card or, guessing. But there's also a downside. According to Huddle Up's article, the USFL used advanced technology for ball spotting, but their chips in the ball aren't evenly distributed, and that extra weight and imbalance caused the players to hate the ball. I sincerely doubt the NFL would want any outside factor to manipulate the outcome of their games. So we may want to pump the brakes on any ball spotting technology or advanced chipping. So there you have it. Now you know why the NFL ball doesn't have stripes and the secret it's carrying inside. Better watch your back. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to the end of this video.